Hey friends, welcome back. The energy is high today because we are officially on day 2 of our 15-day tenses mastery course. Now yesterday we tackled the present simple tense, really digging into habits, facts, and daily routines. If you happen to miss that explainer, definitely go check it out. But today we've got a seriously thrilling topic. We are mastering the present continuous tense. This is the tense we use to talk about actions that are happening right now at this exact moment. So let's dive right in.
I want you to stop for a moment and ask yourself, what are you doing right now, at this exact second? Well, you're watching this explainer. I'm talking to you. Maybe outside the wind is blowing. Maybe someone in your house is cooking up some food. Absolutely anything that is actively happening at this very second, in the now, falls perfectly into the present continuous tense. So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First, what exactly is the present continuous? Then we'll look at the formula and rules. After that, we'll cover when to use it, followed by a very important stative verbs warning. Finally, we'll wrap it all up with common mistakes and a quick recap.
All right, section 1. What is the present continuous tense?
Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. The present continuous tense is used to express an action that is happening right now, is ongoing, or is currently in progress. Basically, when an action is actively continuing, this is the tense you want. Think of sentences like, I am eating food, or she is sleeping, or the children are playing. It is all about capturing that action right in the middle of motion.
Moving right along to section 2, the formula and rules. The structure here is honestly like a simple math equation. For a positive sentence, you always use your subject plus a helping verb plus your main verb with an ing tacked onto the end. And yes, without exception, you've got to have that ing. Now, the helping verb you use just depends on the subject. It's a matching game. If your subject is I, your helping verb is am, so I am eating. If the subject is he, she, or it, we use is, like she is sleeping. And if your subject is we, you, or they, you go with are, making it they are playing. Once you lock this matching system into your brain, you've cracked the core of this entire tense.
But hey, we don't always speak in positive sentences, right? Sometimes you've got to say no. And making a negative statement is incredibly easy. All you do is drop the word not right after your helping verb. So, I am not sleeping, or he isn't working, or they aren't listening. And notice how we naturally use those short contractions like isn't and aren't in casual conversation. Oh, and if you want to ask a question, just swap the order. Literally just move the helping verb right to the front. Are you listening? Or is she cooking? It really is that straightforward.
Now, quick heads up. You can't just blindly slap an ing onto the end of every single word. There are 4 essential spelling rules you need to know. Rule 1 is for normal verbs, just add ing, so eat becomes eating. Rule 2, if your verb ends in a silent e, like make, you have to drop that e completely before adding ing, leaving us with making. Rule 3 is for those short, punchy verbs ending in a consonant-vowel-consonant pattern, like run. For those, you double that final consonant, making it running. And finally, Rule 4. If a verb ends in ie, like lie, you actually change that ie into a y before adding the ing, which gives us lying. Lock those 4 rules into your memory.
Okay, section 3, when to actually use it.
There are 4 main scenarios where this tense is your absolute best friend. The first, which we've been talking about, is right now, like I am watching this explainer right now. The second is for temporary situations. Say you normally live in New York, but you tell someone, I am staying at my uncle's house this week. It's not a permanent habit, it's just a temporary thing. The third one, and honestly a lot of people miss this, is for fixed future plans. If your plan is 100% locked in, you can confidently say, I am meeting my friend tomorrow. And the fourth scenario, that's for changing or developing situations, like the weather is getting colder or prices are rising.
You know what's really great? English actually gives us cheat codes for this. I call them signal words. Whenever you hear or see these words, it's a massive clue that you need the present continuous tense. We're talking about words like right now, at the moment, currently, these days, or even action cues like look. If someone says, look, the baby is walking, that keyword instantly tells your brain to trigger the ing structure.
Let's take a second to clear up the absolute biggest point of confusion for so many learners. What is the actual difference between present simple and present continuous? Well, present simple is for your habits, your routines, your general facts, like I eat rice every day. But present continuous, that is for right now or for a temporary situation. I am eating rice right now. See the difference there? One is a permanent fact, the other is an active current moment.
This brings us to section 4. And hey, listen closely.
because this is the Stative Verbs warning.
Okay, pro tip time. We need to talk about stative verbs. These are verbs that express states of being, conditions, feelings, senses, or possession. They do not express physical, ongoing actions. And because of that, they entirely reject the continuous tense. You can literally never use the ing continuous form with these specific verbs. I'm talking about words like love, hate, know, understand, see, hear, or have. They describe a state you are in, not a process you are actively doing.
Let's really anchor this rule. You've probably heard people say something like, I am loving you, or she is knowing the answer, or he is having a car. Yeah, no, those are completely wrong. It's a huge grammar trap. The correct way to say these is to just revert back to the present simple tense. So it should be, I love you, she knows the answer, and he has a car.
But wait, because there's an advanced twist here that will put you a level above everyone else. Some of these verbs actually can take an ing, but only if their meaning completely shifts from a passive state to an active physical action. Let's look at the verb have. If you say I have a laptop, that is possession. It's a state. But if you say I am having lunch, you are actively eating. Same thing goes for think. Saying I think you are right is just stating your opinion. But saying I am thinking about my future describes the active process of your brain working. Pretty fascinating, right?
All right, home stretch. Section 5, common mistakes, and our final recap.
Let's quickly rapid-fire through 5 common traps. Mistake 1, forgetting the helping verb. Don't say she eating, make sure it's she is eating. Mistake 2, dropping the ing. It's not he is eat, it is he is eating. Mistake 3, mismatching your helping verb. They is playing just doesn't work, it has to be they are playing. Mistake 4 is the one we literally just covered, using stative verbs continuously, like saying I am knowing him. And mistake 5, getting your question order tangled up by saying you are coming instead of are you coming. I know for a fact you guys aren't going to be making these mistakes anymore.
If you only remember one single thing from this entire explainer, let it be this golden rule. Present simple equals always or usually. Present continuous equals right now or these days. That single little quote perfectly summarizes the entire logic behind these two tenses.
And just like that, day 2 is in the books. You've totally conquered the present continuous tense. So, I want to leave you with one final, practical question. Look around you, observe your surroundings, and tell me, what are you doing today? I want you to practice right now by writing it out in the comments using your brand new skills. And get ready because tomorrow for day 3, we are going to unlock the magic of the present perfect tense. Keep practicing, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.